Hi, I'm Jimmy Spence with James Spence Authentication, JSA, and I'm here with Scottie Scheffler, #1 golfer in the world, and this is his vehicle. In fact, this was his primary vehicle for many years.
And I drove it up until last year. He went to the Masters in 2012.
So in 2012, my high school team goes to the Masters, and my dad drives with my sisters. And the car, our GMC that we had, broke down on the way there. Instead of, I guess, renting a car and driving it back home, you just decided you would buy one there anyways because you needed a new car.
What happened was we bought the car on the Monday after the Masters. Most people get a t-shirt, and I got a $50,000 car payment.
And so the car is bought from Masters GMC, so it has like a little Masters logo on the back of it. I think I used it for 8 years.
Yeah, he drove it
until last year.
Drove it to Corn Ferry events. He drove it to Monday qualifiers, but that car was actually driven to the 22 Masters, the one Scottie won.
There's 184,000 miles on this vehicle, and why are you giving it to this charity?
Well, James was a buddy I grew up with playing golf. He passed away due to cancer, but he started this foundation to help with cancer research and help support families that are going through, that have patients in cancer care, and so it's something we're very passionate about. And James was awesome. His family's great. Mecklin really does a lot for their foundation now, and James was awesome. I think it's a cool memento. Being a Masters champion, having the Masters logo on the back is pretty cool. And then I definitely drove this car for too long, but it's been a lot of fun. It's a cool little piece of memorabilia for our family, and we wanted to donate it to these guys.
Right inside here, we'd love to see you autograph this.
Yes, sir. I can't do a big signature. Is that all right? It'll be small.
That's all right.
Yeah. Actually, it was the first car I ever owned.
Okay.
Because my dad gave me the title. I don't know if the grammar's right, but we're good at the spelling. And then right here?
Yeah. So it got you around. I could see there's some wear and tear. I mean, even on that.
Yeah, we actually, when I was driving around, they got a new cover. When I was driving around, we just had duct tape on the steering wheel.
I could see the duct tape made with
the duct tape's over there too, yeah.
My story behind the car, and I need y'all's help for this. So we're playing Colonial 2 years ago, and Ted had drove to the tournament. He drove like a 2008 Toyota Tacoma, and I got my 2012 Yukon, and we're standing there on the driving range one day, and I looked at Teddy. I said, "You know what, Teddy? I think that you have the only car in player parking this week that's worth less than my car." And we got into this argument. He's like, "No, man, Toyotas run forever. My car's worth way more than yours, yada, yada." We have this back and forth. We keep hitting balls, and I said, "You know what, Teddy? I got it. My car's worth way more than your car because my car has a Masters GMC logo on the back of it, driven by a Masters champion."
I mean, it's been a great car. I mean, it's a good, I'm definitely going to miss it. I had a lot of fun driving this thing around. Went through a lot. We put a new transmission in it when I turned pro. I was about to go to qualifying school. I was supposed to drive to Alabama, and like the day before I left, I was driving down the highway and the transmission just went out. I was going to the gym, and I was like, oh gosh, my buddy was relying on me to take us to Alabama, and one of my buddies runs a car dealership here, and he loaned me a car for the week, took it to Alabama, took it back, and by the time I got back, he had replaced the transmission, and I drove it for another couple years. But I took this thing to some mini tour events, a lot of Monday qualifiers when I just turned pro in 2018. I remember I drove it up to Kansas, then into Nebraska, then into St. Louis. So I took the kind of road tripping we did when I was a kid with my dad driving, and then when I was playing the mini tours and playing the Corn Ferry Tour, I drove this thing around.
Going to authenticate this signature. It'll be loaded up on our database.